Hello and welcome to Seder Soul Sailing. Some of you may notice that, especially the snitch, uh, who will notice that I'm wearing a shirt today because he keeps getting my. And I know it's a he because he's a closet homosexual who really is. He, what's upsetting him is apparently I'm giving him a chubby or something, but whatever. But that's I'm not wearing the shirt to cock block him. I'm wearing the shirt because it's actually storming and quite nasty out today. That's why I'm inside. But uh, whatever, if it makes him happy, he'll find something else to snitch on. And you know what? I did a reading on that guy, and cars. It wasn't. It wasn't good. Um, yeah, uh, two words: turbo cancer. He's had all the shots he needs so he can have homosexual sex with monkeys, I guess. Because that's how you get monkeypox, you know. It's like, no, really, you have to have intimate sexual encounters to get monkeypox, and people got shots for that. And those shots aren't working out so well for him. Anyway, I'm a little pissed. But that actually, there's a reason. I'll tell you at the end of the reading. There's a very important reason why I did a reading today, um, and it isn't just the topic of the reading. I guess I'll wait a little bit until a few of you come online. But yeah, we had 8.2 thousand viewers on the video that the closet case had taken down. Um, And you know, I don't mean to insult people that are gay. I have a lot of gay friends, and I totally, I, I have a problem with people that lash out and attack other people because of their own insecurities. And yeah, oh well. Like I said, I really don't think he's long for this world. So um, the but you know, a lot of people aren't. Things are really rough. We really are headed into the end times. They're not end times. I mean, that's where they're taking us. That's what the whole uh, the thing Jared Kushner's dragging Trump into is, I think it's called Shabbat Lakutz or something like that. But they really here's what the this is an extremely radical sect of Judaism that they say it's based on Kabbalah, but I've studied Kabbalah and it's not. I mean, I don't know where they're getting this lunacy from, but they really believe it. They believe that their goals, the whole point of everything that's going on right now, that Donald or not Vance, J.D. Vance, what's his name? The dude that's Kushner's buddy. I forget now. He's like, but anyway, whatever. Their goal is to. They're working with like Netanyahu, who may or may not be alive. There's conflicting reports. It doesn't really matter. Um, their their goal is to. They want to. Their goal is to. They need the United States to be destroyed. That's part of what the Zionists are doing. They really want to destroy the United States. Their goal, and this is why they brought in so many gangbangers from all over Latin America, you know, and that's who they were bringing in. They weren't bringing in just people that were trying to feed their families back home and just, you know, work hard. They were bringing in thugs and gangbangers to create chaos. That's exactly what they've done all across Europe. They need to get rid of the Anglo world, because Europe and the United States and the whole Anglo world, you know, Canada, uh, um, Australia is a threat to them. We're competition for them. We're we are we're the they wanted they so they want the United States to descend into civil war. That's what was going on in Minneapolis earlier this year or last year. I mean, they want to truly destroy the United States, and Donald Trump is working to destroy the United States. That's exactly what he's trying to do because he's part of this. He's part of this. I mean, he's the. People say doesn't make any sense what he's doing. What he's doing, they're not winning this war. I mean, they're gonna. I don't know if France will send some ships to get sunk there or what, but and if France and England start sending in ships, they don't really care though, because the way they see it in their worldview, they believe that what they believe is Gog and Magog will be who they fight the final battle with, and that's Russia and Iran, Russia and Persia. Um, they're going to they're going to so they need the United States out of the way. So their first goal is to have the United States attack Russia, and they really want a ground war, and they want us to get our asses whooped in a ground war, because they do not want us as competition when they get Greater Israel. According to what they believe, their Messiah hasn't come yet. So it isn't like, and the Christian Zionists believe kind of the same thing, except they think it'll be the second coming of Jesus. But the Jewish Zionists, they think it'll be the first time. And according to their prophecy, Gog and Magog are, when Russia and Iran attacked Israel, that's when their Messiah will come and save them. And he'll come and destroy Gog and Magog, and Israel, the Greater Israel, which is pretty much the entire Middle East, the Near East anyway, and Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, they will be their Greater Israel, and they will be they'll be the ruler. They'll be the new superpower. That's what they want. That's what their plan is. That's really what they're doing. So, but the reason I decided to give a reading today, I wasn't going to. I'm actually this will be my last reading for a very long time, because I'm going to be traveling, and my life is changing in ways that I'm just going. This probably be I'll probably throw a few Seder Soul Sailing readings out there once in a great while, but not often. This is probably going to be the last one. And I got a shirt on for that piece of shit snitch, right? with the clots, with the plastic clots that are that long and secretly growing in his veins right now. Anyway, I really, but the reason I'm doing this isn't to talk. The point is they're doing what they're doing. The damage has already been done. The petrodollar is toast. The U.S. dollar has lost its hegemony. The U.S. parts of the U.S. will probably descend into civil war. The metro areas are going to be chaos. We won't have food shortages in the U.S. like they're going to have in Europe, because in Europe they're extremely dependent on the fertilizer that's not getting produced. It's not getting built because they're not creating the urea because they've blown up the plants where they built it. They need a lot of natural gas to create urea. So there's not going to be any fertilizer getting into Europe. That's where the bulk of that. It's 30% of the world's fertilizer comes out of the urea produced in that region, but most of that fertilizer goes into Europe. It's I guess some of it goes to India too. So there's going to be famines. It's going to be chaos. They've done the damage. they've really done the damage that they're going to do. It's uh, it's too late. I mean, you can't undo it. You know, it's not like, okay, Trump, we've ne- no we've never nobody has ever taken over a country or won a war just by air power. It always requires troops on the ground. And we don't have the fighting force to go in, and we do not, and it's a mountain fortress. Uh, Iran is a mountain fortress. It's going to be tough sledding. And, I mean, uh, already Trump and even Netanyahu are trying to back out of it. They're trying to weasel their way out of it, but it's too late because the the oil situation, the oil flow has already been disrupted, and they can't just turn on the switch. Like they're not going to get the urea produced in time to make fertilizer in time to plant the crops this year. So there's not going to be food next fall. There's going to be famine. People, the Romans controlled the people with bread and circuses. Well, circuses, yeah, we got circuses. The whole goddamn world political scene is a freak show, theater of the absurd. But when we run out of bread, circuses alone don't cut it. It's like the U.S. probably won't run out of food because we got all that land that we used to grow soybeans on for China. We're not sending to China so we can plant like real food there. You know, um, Unfortunately, it'll be like GMO shit with glyphosate that causes turbo cancer and heart disease. But at least we won't be starving in the U.S. Europe is going to be a shit show. You're going to see how if you think those French farmers and British farmers are angry now, or in Austria and in Brussels, um, wait till they're hungry. Wait till people are hungry, and then it's going to be wild. It's going to be, yeah, they're gonna regret. Well, no, they're not going to regret because I think that's exactly what they want. They want Europe and the United States, the whole Anglo world. They want it to descend into chaos, um, and then their Messiah is going to come and win the war against Gog and Magog, and they'll be like the new king of the hill. Um, but here's the point of this. This is important. This is why I'm doing a reading. This is the last reading I'm doing. I don't know if I start up again. I honestly think there's a good chance I won't. Not for a long time. And you know what? By the time I get done traveling, till I get to a place where I have regular internet again, it's going to be Q2 in 2026, and who knows? We might be in nuclear war by then. Who knows? Or interesting to see what's going on there now with Trump and if Netanyahu is actually alive, or whoever's auto pen signing his dictates or whatever's going on. Um, they're they're really speaking out of both sides of their mouths right now. Um, it's almost like a bunch of drunk people, except Trump doesn't drink. Netanyahu probably does. Um, Maybe he doesn't. Who knows? Who cares? So, but this has been the whole point of all these all along is you can't abdicate your personal sovereignty to any dogmatic system. You need to take care of yourself. We all need to take care of ourselves. We all need to live. Um, uh, we all need to live our own lives. Follow our own heart. Do what we know is right. Quit chasing after money. Quit chasing after whatever we're chasing after, because whatever we're chasing after, we're going to find it in here. So let's see. What I'm going to ask the cards today is, are we going to get through this? Are we? What's going to happen with this? Um, yeah, I guess I'm getting shadow banned big time because oh well, that's okay. Maybe it's because I have a shirt on, and but seriously, I got all the windows shut. It's the first time I've had things shut up during the day in the boat for many months. It's uh, it's really like a northerly front coming through. Might put off my leaving for a few days, but I won't be doing any more readings even until I leave because I got crew coming and we'll be busy working, getting ready to go. So, what I want the cards to tell me today is to give us some advice for helping to get through this. How do we get through this? You know, um, see if there's any advice because I know what we know what we got to do. We gotta own our personal sovereignty. We have to quit abdicating it to these god awful Epstein class perverts, these pedophiles and demonic, uh, you know, uh, Baal and Moloch, and these are satanic creatures that we've been asking to save us. We got to stop saying, please, please, please. Um, uh, we got to quit choosing the least evil, demonic, uh, child raping, um, pedophile, satanic, cannibal, murdering monsters, and saying, that's our savior, because it's not. It's not our savior. Your savior is your Christ consciousness. You find right in here, and so let's see what the cards say. What advice they have. This is the last reading the cards are probably going to have for a good long time for y'all. Signifier. You need to act. You need to protect yourself. You need to be ready for this. You need to absolutely, absolutely be ready to protect yourself, your family, your community, and your tribe. And we're right now perfecting our craft. That's the overall situation. So keep working on the strengths. And the gateway is to understand, to begin to understand what it is we have to do. The gateway is to start, the initial impulse to start. The foundation, the root card is committed, commitment. We know we're committed to this. We have to keep acting on that. And the present moment is the initiation of acting. So we got the Ace of Swords as the signifier, and the Page of Swords as the present moment, and we got the Eight of Pentacles as the overall situation, and we've got the Page of Pentacles as the gateway. So this is we really have to put something into action, and it's going to take us to a place of comfort and security. And to get there, this is the future. We're going to have to take a leap of faith. We're going to have to let go of these monsters that we've given we've abdicated our personal sovereignty to, and we're going to have to start. We're going to have to start being our own magic sky daddies. Finding God in here, not out there, not in some child raping pedophile church or synagogue. And this is our fears, and our fears are that we're not balanced, that we don't have our energies in balance, and then we absolutely need to have our energies in balance. That's how we're going to get through this. And this is the astrological energies, and that's the happy family. Right now we need to use this energy to connect with our communities, with our friends, our family. We need the people we love, the people we have to protect. And what we want is betrayal. And what I think that means is what we want is for the we still don't want to let go of those leaders that have betrayed us. And here's the final outcome. This is interesting. We got the nine of cups as the psychological future, and we've got the nine of pentacles as the final outcome. So we're gonna get to a place where we can find completion. Um, and it's going to be important to see what the modifying cards have to say. So this modifies our fear, and our fear is our balance, and it's our temptation that's keeping us unbalanced, and that's probably true of all of us. Temptation is we're all susceptible to it. All of us. There's none of us that are above that. We have another two. We have the two of cups as the root card, and here we have the two of swords as modifying the astrological energies. What that says to me is we've got the potential for security and comfort and peace, real peace. The peace you don't find through money. It's peace you find inside your own heart. We just don't see it because we want to hang on to those that have betrayed us. But this is modifying the Ten of Swords, the betrayal, and this says we've got to compassionately let go and cut ties with those things that are holding us back. And this modifies the security of the future, the final outcome, and that's generosity. So, what this is saying to me is I've been talking about all these things that are going on. I get mad at some douchebag that has been snitching on me. I was sad because I really had a nice time with y'all, and I knew I was almost done. I knew that was one of my last readings, and he got that one taken down. Which is unfortunate. It had 8.2 thousand views. That's for me. That was the best ever. But maybe that's why it got taken down, is because it's they told me I hadn't violated. There's no strikes against me, or I hadn't violated anything, but the video would remain down. What a bunch of bullshit that is. So we've got yeah, it's not good. We have to let go of our temptations, and we have to let go of our desire to be ruled by our betrayers. We have to accept that these people have betrayed us, that Trump has betrayed so many people, and cut ties. We need to just, not in anger, but just cut ties. Say, we're done. You screwed the pooch. Sorry. Good luck. Stay away from us. And we do that. Then that's gonna take us into a whole new world. It's gonna take us into a whole new place. But it's gonna lead us to some place that's pretty rewarding and wonderful. And we're gonna be both inside ourselves, both spiritually and physically. We're gonna be in a much better place. And we're going to be in a place where we can help others with our generosity. So, this is my last reading for a while. Thank you all who have watched. I'm curious to see. This is probably my least watched after my most watched video. I guess I'm getting seriously shadow banned. So, whatever's going on, and maybe it's just because I got a shirt on. you know. But love you all, and thank you all for watching, and I hope I'm wishing you all safe travels in the future. Stay out of the scrum. Take care of each other. Love each other. Love yourself. Find the personal, the Christ consciousness within you. That's your second coming. That's your Savior. That's what Christ would have wanted for you. That's what He told you to do. He didn't say, he didn't say go out and bomb a bunch of goddamn Iranian children in schools and shit. That's not really what He said at all. I mean, he never said anything like that. as other people said that in the Bible. And these people condoned all the terrible things that the ruling elite are doing now, the pedophilia, the murder, the all of it. They were just awful. I mean, they were awful, awful people. So, yeah, let's. So you want some, but go find a red letter version of the Bible and read the stuff that Christ actually said. You're gonna find that's very different. There's a reason that churches don't focus too much on that. They select and choose. I used to do that. I used to edit the liturgical readings for churches from the Bible. My first 2 years out of university, I edited the Bible. um, and they're very selective about the stuff they talk about in churches because it doesn't, if they get too much into what Christ actually said, those offering plates aren't going to be full. And that's really what it all boils down to. They just want the people in the pews, that's what they call them where I worked. The pips, the people in the pews. And that was the cash cow. You all were the cash cow. And, quit being you're the sacrificial red heifers to Moloch or whatever that's what we are. That's what we are to them. We're the sacrificial cattle. We're the blood offerings. That's what war is. It's blood offerings to their demonic, their real, the so-called gods they worship are really demonic monsters demanding blood sacrifice. It's it's not great. So good luck to you all. I'm not sure I'll ever see you again because I don't know if I'll ever come back. I think there's a good chance I won't actually. But I've really enjoyed this. I've enjoyed these conversations with so many of you, and thank you all. Thank you all for contributing, for watching, for liking, for sharing, for subscribing, and watch out for the bastards. Watch out. Let go of your attachment to your betrayers. And they're all betrayers. There is no lesser of two evils when both evils worship demons and sacrifice, rape children, start wars and kill innocent people by the thousands. It's not, there is no lesser evil when it comes to those. Do what you got to do. If things get rough, take care of your family. Do what you got to do to protect yourself and your families, and your communities, and your loved ones, your friends. Stick together. Community is the most important thing in this world right now, and that's why the demons, the Illuminati, have worked so hard to destroy it. That's why they have most television programs are just designed to make us afraid of each other. It's love you all, and take care, and I hope to see you on the other side of the chaos.